Hi guys, welcome to From the Ground Up Homestead. We are, my name is Michael, and my wife's name's Hannah. She may or may not be in the videos. She has yet to tell me whether she wants to or not. But I'm kind of doing this because there's a lot of people out there that are showing their homestead stuff and everything like that. But I'm having a really hard time finding anybody who's started from the bottom and started from the ground and showed their entire progression all the way up to where they are now. There's a couple people that show throwback videos and stuff like that, but it's something that I find inspiring if we can get more people out there doing it, showing people on a budget being able to homestead. Um, a lot of people are going to criticize me, telling me that me and my wife are not homesteading, and to them we may not be, but to us a homestead is more of a mindset and a lifestyle. A homestead is being able to see the need in your life and filling it with um, reusable items instead of money. Being able to see what you have and use it in a different way. Being able to cut out the need for money in your life. For me and my wife, we are taking baby steps into this homesteading lifestyle, and it's been kind of difficult. We we are very much on a budget. We rent a one bedroom, one bath house. We live with a Great Dane. She's not as big as most people will imagine as soon as I say the Great Dane, but she is pretty big. She's a big dog, so she takes up a lot of space. And we have an American Shorthair named Kingsley, and they are very much a part of the family, and we don't plan on getting rid of them anytime soon. We want to keep them and keep them along the journey. So we are doing what we can with what we have. Like we said, it's all about mindset and a lifestyle. Um, we live in Anchorage, Alaska, which is, a city for intensive purposes. It's the biggest city we have here in Alaska, and it's very much a city where we're at. We are probably about half a mile to a mile from downtown. Could easily walk there from our house, and we just basically we want to share our story with everybody and show them how easy it is to start from the ground up and be able to do this on a budget and be able to accomplish your dreams and goals on a budget. And not only on a budget, but on you know, it's not like we are CEOs of a company, or we're not, a director of a hospital or something like that, where our budget is, we have $2,000 to play with after all our bills and stuff every week. No, we're on a budget to where it's when something happens, we're worried about rent and stuff like that. So we're trying to reduce the cost of our life elsewhere, so that way we can eventually get out of the rent, and we want to build our own house, and we want to do all this here in Alaska. What brought us to Alaska is a desire and a health need. Um, Hannah's health has not been fair in the lower 48, and we basically found out what kind of needs she has, because I drive trucks, I drive semis, and she came with me one year, and we pretty much saw just about the whole country as far as the lower 48 goes. We're still missing a few, which we plan on hitting at some point in our life, but it's not a priority at the moment. Um, but we found out that she needs a lower altitude with mid to high humidity, and we looked at a couple places. Originally, our first guess was to go to Texas because that's where she's from. She loves Texas. It's just, I don't like the heat, and she doesn't like the heat, and so Texas in summer is not exactly fun. um, so we decided to give Alaska a shot. We've been here for, I want to say, a little over 3 months. Um, we're enjoying it so far. It's a little difficult, and I'll explain why a little later on in the video. But we're enjoying it. Like we said, we got a place. It's a little 1-bedroom house, and it's perfectly affordable. Once we are working and get everything set up the way that we need to. We are budgeting good. We're getting everything figured out, and we're doing well. Hannah's a lot healthier. She's a lot happier, and I think we made a good choice. We'll find out later if Hannah thinks so, but I think we made a good choice. I like it here, and Hannah seems to like it here, and a lot of the people we met are nice, and it's a very different culture up here. We moved here from Colorado. We decided that we were going to move here with my job driving a semi, and with the school she pursued when we were in Colorado has allowed us to have a advantage. She got a job fairly easily up here, and she loves what she's doing. I think she tells me she does. So, but I'm able to swap jobs up to driving up here as soon as we get everything settled, and just being able to swap our lives over quickly was a good benefit to our experience and our choices that we made beforehand. But so we decided to come up here. We started saving money probably about July of last year, I want to say, 2016. And we decided we were going to drive. Yay! A trip through Canada. We enjoyed it. Everything was going pretty good. But everything going good always means that there's something bad about to happen. So as we're enjoying our trip and we're making great time, we only spent, when we were actually driving, we only spent like a day and a half in Canada. We were almost to Alaska when disaster struck. We just swapped out. It was Hannah's turn to drive, and it was dark. Anybody who's driving through Canada to come to Alaska or to see Canada or anything like that, I'm going to suggest you get brighter lights. It is dark. So dark that you can barely see 20 feet in front of you while you're driving with your headlights on for normal American cars. Which is why the headlights in Canada are so much brighter, because they know. So we're driving, it's dark. We are just about to the Yukon. We are in British Columbia, and then bison herd was in the middle of the road, and Hannah tried to stop and slow down and make sure we didn't hit it, but bison stepped out right in front of the car, and we hit the bison. So our car got totaled. We were able to, luckily there were people on the road, and we weren't sitting there forever to where we froze to death, obviously. But there were people that were driving by, and there was a nice couple that was able to take us to the first town in the Yukon where we got everything set up, and we got our car towed there, and then we got everything figured out as far as money and stuff like that. And we're really grateful for the family that was able to help us. We were able to get a U-Haul, um, and got everything out of the car, and finished the trip here to Alaska. And we got the U-Haul unloaded, and moved in. So except for that, everything went pretty well. We are here now without a car, and that's one of the things we're working on. But we're trying to free up, like I said, we're trying to free up some of our money, and as far as food and stuff like that goes. We're looking at possibly buying raw ingredients and making things ourselves, like bread and stuff like that. The stuff that we can make here in the house. Again, Homestead is a lifestyle and a mindset. So basically all that happened, and we're here on a budget and without a car, so we are having to pay extra for transportation. Our location isn't the best for Hannah's job. She works, I want to say, pretty much across town. But we're making it work, and we're doing good. And we are basically, the whole reason we want to do this is just show people that it is possible on a budget to start in an urban area doing your homestead. And everybody's like, oh, you got to jump in with land and all this other stuff. And I've seen some of these videos where people just sell everything, sell the house, sell everything like that, jump into it, and then learn the skills. Basically, Hannah and I have decided that we are going to learn the skills first. We're going to learn bread making first, making your own cleaning products first, making your own hygiene products first, making your own food first, growing your garden first. We're doing all of this first. We're doing all of this here, where we, have a pretty set area, and we're not out in the middle of nowhere where we can't make it to the store if our bread burns, and we don't have bread for the next week until the next paycheck, so that way we can, go buy more ingredients to make bread. Now we can run down to the store, buy $1, $2 loaf of bread to make up for that week. So we figure that this is the best option for us. Everybody might be different. There might be people who have done this their entire lives, grew up on a farm or something, married somebody who all of a sudden wants to do this, and they know what they're doing. But there are people who are in cities, in apartments, in small houses with no yards, and houses with yards, and whatever, and they want to do this. Well, our entire point here is to show that you can, that it is possible, and it's all about changing your lifestyle and changing your mindset. So basically, this first video, like I said, was an introduction. At the moment, Hannah's at work. We'll find out later if she wants to actually be on the videos, or if she'd rather me do it by myself, which I'm okay with. The videos are not meant to be a major source of income for us. Any income we get out of these videos is going to go towards homesteading stuff. It's not going to go towards rent. It's not going to go towards utilities. It's not going to go towards transportation. It's going to go towards the homesteading stuff. Buying more seeds, buying more stuff to plant seeds, buying ingredients to make bread, stuff like that. Just so that way we can buying materials that we need to make some of the projects that we have for different ideas that we have, and so on and so forth. It's not going to be something that we depend on. It's going to be something that's going to go towards the extra. It's like I said, we're doing all of this on a budget, and this is not part of our budget. It's just extra. So hopefully I can make these videos interesting enough for you guys that you will continue to follow along, because like we said, we want to be an inspiration for people. We want people to know it is very possible to do this. It is very possible to start to strive out on your own without selling everything, without having a bunch of money, and living on a budget. It's very possible, and we want to show you guys how. So this is our first video, and like I said, hopefully you guys will follow us along and you will enjoy it. Give you a tour around the house on another video, so that way you can see what we're working with, see the area that we're working with, and give you a nice idea of how much snow we've gotten in the last couple months. Because when we first got here, there was like maybe an inch, and now there's like this much on the roof. So I guess that's all for right now. If you guys want to, like and subscribe and tell your friends, and see you on the next video from the Ground Up Homestead.